For today's video, we'll speak about the round 6 review video for Supercoach 2021. We scored 2,333 and we're into rank 76, so that's never been in the top 100, so pretty happy with that at this stage. A lot of players are falling over and we have basically none of them, except for our beloved Josh Dunkley. So yeah, that was pretty shattering to watch. I think just for like the football world as well, he's playing so well. So we'll have to trade Dunkley, unfortunately, but it's the only, in terms of Supercoach, it's the only problem we've had this year, basically. That and benching Gordon round 1 are pretty much the only things that haven't gone our way. So hopefully we can slowly, I think we're 250 odd points away from first, and then about 150 away from top 10. So hopefully we can get there. And yeah, I think we're just going to do our own thing in terms of trades this year. Probably go against the pack a little bit. I have some interesting things in mind, but I'll explain those as the weeks go by, rather than plan everything out now, because as we can see, things just go horribly wrong pretty quick. So we kind of, as usual, we backtracked on our trades last week. We originally were going to get in Sam Walsh, but what happened was we saw Lachie Neale play, and we thought maybe we planned for Lachie Neale, leave that option open this week. So we left the option open for Lachie Neale, and it looks like he's gone for a while. Syndesmosis, I'm guessing, I'm not sure, but some sort of ankle injury. We brought in Andrew Brayshaw instead, and the main reason why we brought in Brayshaw is I don't think he'll get tagged that much from now on. And he's 480k, so I think he was a really good price. Is he going to be top 10, top 8? I don't think so. Probably more your 105 type player average, but I think he's played really well. Every time he hasn't been tagged, he's pretty much racked up 30 touches. I like him. I didn't think much of him early last year, but he proved me wrong, and he was playing really well. I like how he plays. So yeah, we brought in Andrew Brayshaw. But yeah, price was the main thing there. So he's probably going to be our M8. And yeah, more CBAs. Tom and Ground was bad, really frustrating. Hopefully that's not something we whinge over every week. And who else did we bring in? I can't remember. We went early on Finn McRae. So we just went early on Finn McRae because once Dunkley went down, we had to sort of plan around that. So hopefully if they keep playing Finn. I think Finn and Rantel, Collingwood just kept playing a lot at half forward. So Finn didn't really get his hands much on the ball, but I think they should persist with him, and I hope they do. And Collingwood, they'd be pretty silly to drop youth that's shown signs at the moment, but I'm not the coach. So yeah, 104 in the bank, 104k, 22 trades. I think we're just going to keep trading, but we'll be conscious of how many trades we have left. So the defense, Lloyd, another 100 score, pretty boring. Laird was pretty good today against Hawthorn. Jaden Shaw, minor issue, I guess. Maybe Hooley's affecting him a little bit, because I see Hooley run through the middle of the ground a lot, where that was mostly, almost exclusively Short and Baker in previous weeks. His disposal was horrific. Every time he kicked it, he just kicked it long and it fell in the opposition's lap. So, what's his break even? 160, Jesus. Okay, so probably stuck with him to the buys or something. I think we just hold. I just worry, is Hooley actually affecting him a lot? Slightly concerning. But last week he scored badly because no defenders scored well. This week his kicking efficiency was off. So there's good explanations as to why he scored poorly. It's just I'm not sure what happens going forward with Hooley, but Hooley's not very durable, but we'll see what happens. And then Jack Bowes, he was being a bit of a seagull. So 92, that's fine. Is he primo? I don't know. We'll see. That's fine. I had to get rid of Caleb Daniel, who's definitely fake primo this year. And then Giath, another 100 from Giath. So he's been a great pickup. Trading Giath to Cozzy, or getting rid of Cozzy for Giath, not the greatest, but I'm glad that we have Giath. Made 110k for us, I think. And yeah, might make a bit more. And then see if he's keeper or not. Not sure. I just think there's a lot of quality defenders to get. And then again, this Chapman to Jordan trade's been a disaster. It stopped us putting butts on the field. So Jordan's outscored Chapman probably by about 70, 80 points. And then left butts on the bench his 80 last week. So it's probably cost us like 120 odd points or something over 2 weeks. And the trade. So that's a disaster. That's okay, we move on. We didn't loop because I didn't know if Highmore was going to be sub this week. So we'll know this week, I think. Yep, we'll know. So we can loophole. We can do some loophole action here. And if Highmore plays, we'll play him on field. Yeah, the midfield was, McRae. I think he's probably leading the Brownlow, maybe. I think he'll be thereabouts. You're having a huge year. And then Jack Steele, I guess 105 is okay. I guess you want a bit more every week, but the Saints are pretty bad. They play Hawks this week, so that's a bit better. But yeah, with Jack Steele, in the fourth quarter, didn't do a whole lot, but I think, it was 2,000 to 1,300 in Supercoach, Port to St Kilda. That was the ratio, or the total points there. So yeah, just Port, I think they had double uncontested possession, so they just didn't hand the ball over to the Saints. And when they did, it was either to like a Marshall intercept or something like that. So couldn't touch the ball, so that's fine. Still be, one of the top mids, so it's fine. Oliver's, that's pretty standard. Oliver, 115, 114 score. And Merritt, averaging 110 now. So again, racking them up, but it's just like not scoring majorly in Supercoach. More of a dream team pick, maybe. But 110, we take that. That's fine. Durable. And Brayshaw was pretty good. Again, he had a kind of poor ratio, but in terms of dream team to Supercoach, but that's fine. Look, if he gives us 105, I'm happy with that. I know there's Lions, there's Bontempelli. Maybe we just lost Neil. Maybe Neil's not relevant, depending on how long he's out for. There's Bont, Lions. Who else? Walsh. Maybe we want those three to finish the team, and maybe Neil. And then who else? I'm not really sure. I mean, Petrarca's butchering the hell out of it, but he looks pretty good as well. So maybe 3 of those 4 to finish the team, and maybe Neil. It all depends on how long he's out for. Bench rooks were fine. We fielded Scott, so that's fine. We looped him. So McNeil came on as a sub. Hopefully, McNeil and Scott, I feel like they're just on the edge every week, but they seem to be doing their role okay, so maybe they keep their spot. Dog's got a few injuries, so maybe they don't want too many forced changes. Brockman's had 2 disposals in the VFL, and he averaged, I think it would have been around 50 in the under-18s last year. So I don't think we're going to get much more out of Brockman, and he can go as soon as the opportunity presents. And then Finn McRae, hopefully he just keeps playing. Not really sure in terms of options into the trade-ins for rookies. It's pretty concerning. So, and then Gordon Grundy, unbelievable as usual. Again, we lost vice captain Dunkley, which might have been the right call had he not popped his shoulder, but it happens. That's okay. We lost 15 points there. So a little bit annoying because every point counts, but just deal with it. And Flynn's break even is 2. So hopefully I want another 2 price rises out of him, and then he can piss off. Now the forward line. Forward line is just a complete shambles, and it looks okay like this. Like, these are big scores here. A row on the field, disaster, but not much choice. We lost Dunkley. It's so sad because he's playing so well. Not much we can do about that. I hope sounds like he might go in for surgery from a few media reports, but they're going to try and... I'm not sure they know the extent of it yet, but fingers crossed he can get back for finals. So, I don't think... If he's back for the last 2 rounds, I don't know how we're going to get 630k to trade him in for 2 rounds. It's not happening, but really unfortunate. So, I think we're all in the same boat though. So, just really disappointed for him. And our new F1, our new king, Jack Siebel. I think we need to get over it with Siebel. He's the king of the forward line, so everyone's complaining, but I think he's playing okay. He's doing his role well. Sometimes his kickouts aren't the best, but they don't really have a lot of contested marking power when they go down the line. But I think he does his job well enough to hold that role down, and stat padding, so that's fine. So I think he's playing okay. I know he's a lot of criticism, but I think he's okay. And then MP's keeper, Tom Atkins. 1 week I think Atkins is a keeper. The next it's like, well, he's not. And now this week I think he's a keeper again. I don't know. It's just this forward line is just such a shambles. The problem with the forward line, I think this deserves its own video, but there's a few forwards I like, but more in the second half of the year. And we need forwards now. So it's like, I'm not exactly sure what to do. Just because it's falling apart. And then Chad Warner. Warner and Powell. I didn't speak about Gordon and Powell. I'll speak about them in a sec. But yeah, Powell and Warner, I have zero interest in trading them anytime soon. Maybe Warner just gives us 70s now with Rowbottom back, but that's fine. Even if he loses a bit, like, look at this bench. I don't want to field this. Just we'll keep. Powell's a gun. He was a gun as a junior, and he's playing really well, pretty clean. Warner gun as a junior, so we'll just hold them. Gordon can go. He's 18, and I think he's probably in line for a rest. So his role isn't super great. Mostly half forward. Seen him a bit on a wing at times. Not getting a whole lot of mid-time. He can go. He's done his job. He's been an unbelievable rookie for us. Now, Jimmy Rowe. This is a problem because, okay, I'm not 100% sure, but don't take my word for it. I have a feeling that he's going to be dropped for a young... I think he was on the rookie list. His name's Tariq Newchurch, playing pretty well from reports in the SNFL. Yeah, pretty skill forward, small forward. That is definitely a possibility that Rowe gets dropped for Newchurch. So I would be preparing for that. Just like have a plan B. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying it's possible. Hopefully Rowe keeps playing because we need him. Yeah, seems to be better at home games. And then Waterman, well, this is a problem now because I don't think the Dons want to make any changes with their tolls. So yeah, Rutten said that he was an important part of their 22 and then drops him, probably for team balance. So yeah, Peter Wright played really well. I don't know if they want to persist with Phillips. Yeah, I'm a bit of trouble here, but I think most people brought in Waterman. So I think he'll get games eventually, but it's just we need him ASAP, and we don't find out until Saturday night if he's playing or not, and Rowe plays Saturday afternoon. It's a little bit problematic. Okay, trades for this week. Out, we'll get rid of Gordon and Dunkley, unfortunately. Okay, so our midfield options, let's have a look. Okay, no to Duncan, not really for Guthrie. Guthrie could be okay. A bit of a weird one. Walsh is there. Bont. Fife maybe later in the year. Fife is actually averaging really well. Lyons is there. I think it's Sam Walsh. Excuse me. Just because of the amount of money we save. Well, it's not a lot. I love Bontempelli. But yeah, it's just Walsh is a bit cheaper. We need to save every cent we can. Yeah, I really want Bont though. We need to get Bont probably ASAP. He's a guy I really, really want. Especially with Dunkley out. Does that mean he scores more? Not sure. Now, we have 460k for a forward. We're going to go for Nick Hind. So, I know we're going a bit stupid on the pods, and I know Hind wasn't super great, just 76, but had a poor ratio. I mean, he's getting low 20s disposals every game. His stats are similar to Jake Lloyd without the kickouts, to be honest. I like him. I think he's a good player. I think he's a 90 average player. 2018, he averaged like 110 plus in the VFL, finished 6th in the VFL MVP or whatever it is, Brownlow, whatever. So, I think he's a good player. I think his kicking can be off at times, but he provides a lot to that team. So, I think he goes 90 average. Picking a 90 average player for 420k, is that good? Probably not, because, Marshall in the back half of the year, Butters in the back half of the year. I'm not sure we ever get Dangerfield. He's listed as 6 to 10 weeks. Plus, he needs 2 price drops. So it's probably more like 8 to 12 weeks. So yeah, I don't think we get Danger this year. See how he pulls up, but I think he's gone. And then Dusty's coming down, so we'll definitely get Dusty ASAP because he's probably going to be mid to low 400s, and that's probably a steal. And yeah, he gets a week off, maybe rest that foot that was sore for him. So that's how we'll line up. Now, if Rowe doesn't get named, I'm not going to bet and sweat on Waterman getting named and risking a donut. So what we'll do is, instead of trading Gordon, we'll trade Rowe to either, I don't know how to say his last name, but Artu from North, or Jai Farah, who's a mature age. I think he's playing like third tall or halfback or something, that sort of role for Gold Coast. They're 170, 180k forwards. So let's have a look real quick. Okay, he's 175. Break even negative 31. I think he's playing halfback. So if you show anything at North, you get persisted with. So yeah. So I think we'll line up like that. But yeah, we'll trade Rowe if he's out to Farah or R2. I'm leaning towards Farah, I think. But I like R2. So that's something that I'll look at during the week. I'll probably post who I pick on Twitter or something. But yeah, we'll go through that. That's if Rowe gets dropped. I'm not saying he will get dropped. I'm just saying, personally, I would have a plan B just in case. But yeah, I think captains for this week, McRae into Gawn again probably, and then lose 15 points again, I guess. Yeah, McRae into Richmond. Richmond have no Dusty, no Prestia. That should be pretty free for McRae. No Dunkley. Does that help McRae? Maybe, I don't know. But Dunkley, I think it actually helps McRae because he's the big body that gets the release to McRae. So yeah, with the forward line strategy, it's more just pick makeshift forwards and then try get really strong team elsewhere. We already have Bose and Short and Giath who are, probably not going to be top 6. So, and then Brayshaw as well. So we got to be careful here. But we have trades, and maybe we can flip one of these guys during the bye rounds, and then because we need Stewart, Ridley. We'll get Ridley in 2 weeks, I think, and then maybe Mills as well. So I don't think that really works with our current setup, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Let me know how you went, and we'll see you guys soon.